episode of Crypto Lust. The title doesn't say that, or maybe I didn't put it in. I haven't made my mind up yet on if I want to put that word in the title or not, because last time I did it, I was demonetized, and I rebuked it, but had not heard a word back yet from it. So I don't know if I'm going to be using the word lust. Actually, yeah, I will. Screw it. Welcome to this episode of Crypto Lust. It's tasty this week. This is my Steemit. If you guys are on Steemit, let me know, and I will follow you. And please follow me. That'd be cool. I have the text version of what we're talking about right here. As you can see, the logo. And this is pretty much what I'm going to be going over. The same stuff as in this article. The first thing on the list is Civic. Civic had a nice little jump in price this past week. It is now sitting back to where it was, so not much of a move there, but if you sold out a little bit when it jumped up, could have made some money as long as you bought in at the bottom, which no one knows the bottoms anyway. As I've said in the past, I'm very into this token. I think it's one of the actual companies that are really doing something unique and something that everybody needs. And they're using blockchain and cryptocurrency to do that, and that's really awesome. This past month, within the last month or so, they released their WordPress plugin, so that will allow anybody who has a WordPress site to use self-hosted, that is, because you can't use plugins on a WordPress.com site. But if you have a self-hosted WordPress and you're using WordPress.org, you can use their plugin, and then you can have people log in without a password, without a username. They can make a username, I guess, technically, but without a password, without two-factor authentication, and I love that. I tested this out on WikiHow. Works seamlessly. I've used it on Prism's website, trying to sign up for their beta program to do a decentralized. They're doing a decentralized cryptocurrency exchange. Sign up for that. It's very easy to use. It's much better. You're taking convenience and security, and you're making them work together, which is super huge. Because often when we have these kind of discussions, you either sacrifice security or you sacrifice convenience, and people often lean towards convenience because it's convenient. They don't want to have to do extra work to secure themselves, whereas I will go through the emotional pain, so to speak, of securing myself and having to put in a 2FA every time, so on and so forth, especially with something like Bittrex. If I log into Bittrex on a different IP address, I have to log in twice, basically, and it's a big pain in the butt. But I do it because of security reasons. This changes that whole thing. As you guys can see here, here's the app. This tablet-looking thing over here is actually the website, and then the app itself is in here. But what's coming to the app this month, so Vinny Lingham, the CEO, I'll read this quote. He said this in the Telegram chat. He said, "Before word gets out, I wanted to let you all know that we will be releasing the ability to do ID and age verification via document scanning, passports, driver's license, etc., sometime towards the end of this month, and announcing an important launch partner for it too." This is pretty cool. I'm really excited. I'm interested to see who they're partnered with for this, but not even that. The fact that they're adding in this ID and age verification, so you upload your driver's license or your passport or maybe both, and it will aggregate that information and it'll put it into your profile. Remember, your profile is 100% encrypted. Not even Civic has the ability to access what the information says. You have complete control over who gets to see it and when they see it. I think having a photo verification and age verification is a huge step in the right direction for Civic. Being able to say, oh, this is me. So right now you have your social security number on there, an email address, and your name. And once you claim it, you claim it. No one else can claim to be you. So get the app and claim it, because you don't want someone else to try and pretend to be you. That can be a little hairy, especially in light of the Equifax breach. People have enough information now that they could probably pose as you. So do keep that in mind. This could be used in things like airlines, any place where you need to prove that you are of a certain age, or that you are who you say you are. So airlines is one of the biggest ones, at least here in the United States, where you say, hey, this is me, my name's on the ticket, my name's on my passport, or on my ID, here's proof. And this is actually better proof, in my mind. You can also do this for age verification. Like I said, when you go, say if you're in a country where there's an age restriction on buying alcohol, you could use this and you could prove to the merchant without any doubt that this is actually you, because there's no way you could fake this. It's taking the ambiguity out of it. Whereas you can have a fake license, but faking this is going to be a lot harder as more and more companies get on board and institutions start using Civic. They verify the information that's in Civic in your profile, and they can continue to grow that profile. If you want to know more information about Civic, or if I said anything that was incorrect, please let me know. But if you want to know more about it, go to their website. They get into a lot of great detail here. Everything is spelled out really well. There's a white paper you can read. But this is big. If you don't have the Civic app, it's free on iTunes and Google Play. Go get it. Create your account and secure your identity now. This app, I could see taking place of us using the social security number that we have in the United States, probably equivalent to in other countries as well. This number was never meant to be an identification number. If you look on your card, actually, if you're in the United States and you have an SSN, it actually says do not use this for identification purposes. And yet we are. So we can remove that from the equation and do something like this, where it's like, okay, your number's on here, so that's a check mark. Okay, your email, we have that checks out too. You are this age, it checks out, and blah blah blah. You don't have to rely on the social security number to do all of your know your customer information kind of deal. And I think this has a lot of great potential. They do have an added feature. So the app is free. You can log into their web app at app.civic.com, and you could use the services. But they do have a paid version, which you get a little extra identity theft protection. I don't exactly know what is better or worse. I do pay the $30 a year for the standard plan, as it's called, not got off the free plan, just in case something like alerts wouldn't work, or something like the $1 million backing of identity theft protection wouldn't actually go into effect unless you're a paying customer. Look into that. The reason why I put the money up is because I fully back what this company is doing, and I believe that they have the best product currently in blockchain space. So I'm going to support them, even if I never use their identity theft information and their identity theft platform. I'm still going to give them the money, one, in case I need to use it, and two, because I know it works already. There was a Reddit post where someone was talking about, they said, I signed up for a credit card, and before the application even got finished going through and being being verified through the banks, he got a notification on his Civic app saying, hey, someone's trying to open up a credit card as you. Was this you, or was it not you? So that's huge. Like that by itself, this app is a game changer. Because in theory, if you would see it soon enough, you'd be able to stop the transaction of someone trying to create a credit account under your name and your information before it goes through. And if you could stop it before it goes through, the person who's trying to steal your identity can never actually pretend to be you. And this is really big. And I think everyone, as I keep saying this, but go get the app. Don't even worry about paying $30 a year unless you love what they're doing. I love what they're doing. I'm paying the money. I cannot talk about Civic enough. It's so revolutionary. It's going to change the way we do identity. I know there's other companies out there and other blockchain-based services doing similar things, but Civic is so far along. It already works. Other companies don't even have an application yet. So check them out. Love Vinny or hate Vinny, he's making something that's actually working and actually useful, and you cannot ignore this. They do have a token if you want to buy it. You can buy it. It's CVC is the code for it. I guess you call it a code. I don't know what those little words are called. Like I said, I'm not a trader. I'm a geek, so that's how it is. If I did talk about more of Civic on episode 10 of the podcast, which should be archived on in my channel. So if you want to hear about that in depth, go check it out, episode 10. But guys, how about that Bitcoin though? What a week it's had, right? Like, it's just like absolute craziest thing. It's almost hit $6,000. Look at this. It's just it's just straight up. We mooning, boys. We mooning in a non weird way. Like, Wow. That came out of nowhere. Like, craziest week. I've not seen growth like this in a while. I guess none of us have, really. Got involved in Bitcoin back in 2015. It was it was the 250 markish area, like 250 to 300 area, when like it hit the $1,000 and it crashed back down to like 200, and then I started learning about it around the $250 level, US dollars that is, of course. But here we are, sitting at almost $6,000 per coin. I saw a meme, I think it was Fry from Futurama, and it's saying, it was like thinking, and it was, not sure if Bitcoin's price is going up or the US dollar's value is going down. It's like, what is it? Because it's making such huge gains. It's unbelievable. Just hold your coins. Just hold it. If you have fractions of a coin, just hold them. At this rate, anyone in now is going to have a huge advantage. I don't know why this is rocketing. Russia did mention, or at least I read somewhere that they mentioned that there was going to be some kind of crackdown on cryptocurrency. Maybe the Russians are trying to get their money out, and if they're dumping it into Bitcoin, I don't really know. Could it be the gold fork? People are trying to buy up as many Bitcoins as possible because they want more Bitcoin gold when it releases. And maybe, is it both? Probably. Is it other things I don't know about? Most likely. Do your own research, as always. But this is just immense. It is the craziest thing ever. I'm no financial expert, so this next information is a grain of salt for you. Do your own research, and I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a nerd, so like, don't hate me, bro. But like, when you see things like this, you can't help but be like, oh, Bitcoin's going to a mill. Bitcoin's going to a mill. And I think it will someday. I really do. Whether it's a mill because as what you could buy today for $1 million, or it's $1 million as in it's $1 million US dollars, but we can't be sure if $1 million US dollars will buy you anything at the point it gets there, so that's all speculation. But we could see 50,000 US dollars for one Bitcoin by the end of next year. The amount of gains Bitcoin made over this last couple of months, even this last like 6 months, has been enormous. This whole year has been crazy. And I can only see it continuing as people start learning more and more about it. If we continue the same kind of trends, we could easily hit $500,000 by 2020. The only problem is, like I've said, we don't know what that money would actually be able to buy you. So if a Bitcoin has the purchasing power of $1 million US dollars, is that today's million, or is that $1 million where it's basically worthless? Because it is inflationary, and that's an issue that the banks have to deal with, the central banks have to deal with. However, when Bitcoin reaches these enormous prices, it's going to be a store of wealth. People aren't going to be using Bitcoin for everyday transactions. I just can't see it. I can't see a coffee shop wanting to wait 10 minutes to make sure that you didn't double spend your coins. And this is where I think everyday transactions, when you're like going to buy a cup of coffee or going to the grocery store, you're going to be using Litecoin or something else like it. I just think Litecoin has the best chance. It's like, 6 years old now? It's been around almost as long as Bitcoin. And this has been a comparison people have made for many years now in the cryptocurrency space. And I agree with what they're saying. It makes a lot of sense. But this is all speculation, and we will see how it goes. It could go to zero, and we could all lose our money. You could lose your money. You could lose it. It's kind of a gamble. But I think it's the best bet. Let's talk about some altcoins. Altcoin news. Let's go back over here to CoinMarketCap. Ethereum is doing pretty well right now. Look up the last 7 days here. Over the last week for your crypto lust. Like, look at that. That's not even parabolic. That's just straight up. It's just straight up. Yeah, we're sitting around $140, right? $340 right now for one piece of Ethereum, one whole Ethereum, I guess. Doing well. It's doing well. Just all I can say. It went down and it went back up. But it went up much more again. So keep on that trend. I think Ethereum's gonna be worth more. I did hear an argument though that because it keeps going up in price, that gas is getting more expensive, and so they would have to suppress the price in order to keep gas cheap. That kind of worries me because last time I checked, there wasn't a cap on the number of Ethereum that can be made or will be made. So if we get to a point where Ethereum's too expensive to even use the gas to run the applications, that's a scary situation. But I do think it's valuable, and if you like what they do, you should support them. And whatever way you can do it, support the Ethereum project. We also have Ripple. Ripple's just had a kind of a roller coaster. Let's look at the chart, because that's what we do. That's what we do as creators. We look at charts. What else can I talk about? So yeah, like it was up here. It's a roller coaster. It's like wee, and it kind of crashed. That's the Bitcoin price, but it's going up, but it's down overall. So what is it like the last 3 months here? Check this out. I mean, it's pretty steady. If we're looking at it, it's up over the 3 months, but over the last week, it's actually down a little bit. That's what we're doing. This is a weekly crypto loss video. So this week, you're down some money. If you have Ripple, I'm gonna say it again, guys. I don't like Ripple. It creeps me out. Just creeps me out like no other. Litecoin is next on my list here. Litecoin is rocketing its US dollar percentage right now. Let's go to the last 7 days. You can see here, we were hovering around $50 for a long time. Well, a long time in the last week, for most of the week, and now we're sitting at around, what is this, 64 US dollars. So it's going up again after like 50% correction it made. We could probably see $100 Litecoin again. Time will tell. I kind of regret selling my Litecoin. I used to mine Litecoin back in 2015 when it was like, what was it back then? Can I see that? When it was $1? Yeah, when it was $1. I used to mine this stuff. No, it wasn't. It was over here. Where was I? I was probably mining when it was around $3. And I had a substantial amount, but I traded it all into Bitcoin. So I guess it wasn't a terrible decision, but I kind of wish I had more Litecoin. Litecoin's a good coin. I really like what they do. I like Charlie Lee. He's a good dude. It seems like it, at least. Now let's check out Amise Go, because I like what they're doing here. On Amise, it is down 4.25%. There you go. The last week, we had a spike in market cap, little spike in US dollar price, and Bitcoin price, and now we're just down. But yeah, so I like what they're doing. I'm gonna hold it. I'm not gonna get rid of it. Whatever I have, I might get rid of some, probably at some point in time if it goes back up a little bit. But as of right now, I'm holding it. And let's look at Steam, because as you guys know, I am on Steam. Hit me up on Steam if you guys are on Steam. So let's look at Steam here. We'll go up to Steam. Not Steam dollars, Steam. We're up a little bit. Look at the 7 days. It's been pretty steady. I mean, other than the fact that it dropped like 10 cents. Closer to 20 cents now. From before. The lowest it got was around 98 cents, 96 cents, somewhere in here. It is Steam. It's what it is. I did move some Bitcoin into Steam, because I started using Steam more seriously. The Steam for my blogging, making the text version of these videos and other Steam exclusive content. I am worried about the inflationary aspect of Steam. We'll see how long it lasts. We'll see where it goes. If it can hold itself, if it can stand its own weight. I probably won't put more Bitcoin into Steam than I already have. I'm just going to keep reinvesting the Steam I earn into Steam Power, and we'll see. Maybe I'll get my money back someday and pull it out, but that is what it is right now. So let's just see the top 5 altcoins by market cap. Let's go back to Coin Market Cap's homepage. So the top 5 altcoins. Let's go to I guess tokens, really. Top 100 altcoins by market cap. We have the biggest right now is Amise Go, killing it right now, 777 million. Then you have Tether. just $1. Tether's a cool idea. I don't have any Tether, but it's a cool idea. Then in third place, as you can see, we have Ardor, then EOS, and then Augur. Which is funny because on the Steam post, I wrote this yesterday, 10x was in the 5th place, and it has lost a little bit of steam. It's lost a little bit of gas. It's down a spot. So everyone, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate the support. If you want to support a little extra, we have a Patreon at patreon.com/jrswab. A bunch of affiliate links are below if you want to use those and give a little kickback to the show. I'd appreciate that. Until next time, guys, remember, never trust your crypto lust. I don't see a coffee shop wanting to wait 10 minutes to verify that you did actually not double spend. Did actually not. Well, how do I do that?